Alright, hello, welcome back to another Average Night YouTube video. When I say I'm not gonna break on my promises, I say I'm not gonna break on my promises. This is me, and I'm gonna be recording the movie masterpiece Bumblebee, and as you can see, it's in its Chevrolet Camaro out mode. As you can see, it's a really nice looking sleek design by itself. The concept Camaro was a really nice sleek design as well. You can see the black stripes go on real nice with the overall yellow or brighter yellow color of Bumblebee. But as you may or may not know, this is not the official color of Bumblebee. It's a bit more darker, I should say. Looking at the details, you can see the handle is painted as well with a grayish color, grayish palette. Camaro right here, you can see Chevrolet logo. You can't see any seats because all the put this to the side first. Okay, all of the Bumblebee is inside here, as you can see, and more grayish for the wheels. The license plate 4NZZ4x4 Chevrolet logo, the back light things. I'll come to this later. More Camaro. As you can see, it's a really nice sleek design. If you transform it properly, it's very compact. Of course, there's a lot of lines here, but it's still a really nice looking out mode for Bumblebee, or a very nice looking representation of Bumblebee. Okay, so enough of the alt mode. Let's transform this guy, and as you know, you can store this thing over here like so. But if you want to transform, you take this out. Let's see how fast I can transform this guy. I'm doing this all by memory. I don't have the instruction sheet with me. First you have to open up the door, so like so. And when you open up the doors, you can also remove the legs, you can remove the front, and boom, all of it comes out. What I like to do, pull the doors out a bit, so it gives you more space to work with this area right here, the arms area. So you move the arms out like so. Okay, move the same thing for the other side, move the arms out like so. This thing, you can just fold it in a little bit. Just be careful with all the hinges, cause it's I'm scared of all the plastic. If there's a chance of breaking, I don't want that to happen. You can remove this portion from the seats. You can fold this part up and over like so. And actually, before I do anything to the head, I would like to, because for my figure especially, the clearances on the tolerances on the head isn't that good for my figure, or for my masterpiece toy. So I would like to remove the battle mask first. So I just wiggle it out and pull it out. Of course, you do it with finesse, do it with caution as well, making sure you don't take out the actual battle mask. So I can just leave this to the side. I can move on to the legs. As you can see, it's in ratchet joints, so the legs are a bit finicky. Move the things out, get the feet out, and make it like so. Yeah, and also there's another, the feet, actually the whole legs, the thigh, the quad portion of the legs actually fit into this section like so. You can pull it out a bit, you can push this piece out a bit and pull it all out. You can hear a click, there's a click in here. Before you actually do anything else, you can put the wheel and there's like a section right here for the wheel to be like configured in, and push this heel spur down, and after that you lock it into place. And it's a caution, you have to push this heel spur down first, then you lock it in, or else you need to unlock it and then do what I told you just now. So yes, now you lock it in. This thing that won't move too much, and the feet is probably done right now, and this leg is probably nearly done. Move this piece up and then forward like so. You can push this piece at the back or the calf section forward. See this hole here, there's a tab here that can tap into there. For mine it isn't that good of a system to do so. This piece right here, you can fold it in, then fold that piece over this calf piece right here, and you do the same thing for the other leg as well. So I'm gonna do it real quickly if you want to check it out. Okay, so just untap all the sections in, push this piece out, push the feet out, push the that toes part out as well. You can move it out a bit, really nice ratcheting joints, and then push the wheel section into the feet, put the heel spurs down, lock it into place like so, yada yada yada. This piece also moves if you didn't notice it, but it moves, and you can now clip this piece in. Number 3, this whole car section is now complete, and also you push this part, the thigh armor, forward, and you're done for the legs. And now let's move on to the upper body that we just left off. You can do this. You can see here the head, actually there's a spinning mechanism for the top of the head. And it's a bit hard to actually flip it over, but if you get it done, you can get it done. Yep, like so. And then I like to do this first, where I put the arms out and over, so it makes it easier for me to access, or rather to fit this whole section right here into the body. So you fold it in, fold this piece in, okay, and push these two pieces in like so. Make sure you have these pieces at the sides here out. Like so. That you push this piece into this section right here, and then you try to finagle everything back together. So like so. As you can see, this piece here actually fits into this piece here really nicely, and there's a tab here that actually fits into a hole in the die cast section over here, as you can see. So you can put that there. Okay, for mine in particular, there's a problem. So what I like to do first is to actually first put the car piece, chest piece, configure it nicely like so, sorry. Okay, put the chest piece, it taps into this hole. This taps into a hole at the bottom of the bumper like so. And before I actually ever do anything, make sure the arms are not in like so, but out. And then I push these two pieces into this hole, this peg right here. You can see there's a hole in here that pegs into this peg together. So I do that first off camera, then I come back to you all. So as you can see, I finally pegged in the whole assembly here, and I just push this whole bumper section in with force like so. Make sure this taps into the hole right so. Now it's just a matter of finagling almost everything together into shape. Okay, so let's see for the wings. Push this piece backwards like so. backwards like so. And I have a problem with my wings because I cannot put them or like make them like sit nicely like so. This wing doesn't doesn't allow me to do so. Afterwards, I put the arms out like so, over and out like so, and then I take out this piece and flip the fist over and tap it in like so. So I'm gonna make this whole piece nice and well transformed and come back to y'all. Alright, so after all with all the finagling, I'm done with Bumblebee, and as you can see, what you may or may not have missed is me just finagling all the wings, all the proportions, posing it nicely a bit, chest, the little things at the sides of his neck, and putting back the battle mask and its face together. So what can I say? It's a really nice looking figure, but there are some flaws. After all, not every figure is perfect, so I guess from the start, for my figure especially, is the tolerances, because some of the things don't clear properly, some of the parts do not move as nicely or as cleanly as I like. Another problem is for the heel spurs. It does not do its job as intended, I assume, because when I first posed this guy, I had problems with him standing. As a matter of fact, the extra joint in the feet actually makes it more, less grounded. Even though it's awesome that Takara Tomy and Hasbro has included die-cast parts into the legs of the whole figure, but it's after its transformation, it does not do its job well of making it grounded and making it solid on the ground. It does not stand properly. As you may or may not know, if you see from the side right now, its body is a bit tilted forward, and as I move it a bit, it starts to fall over. So I need to angle my legs like so it does not point straight forward. It points like it's like at an angle. So I need to finagle with the whole thing when I want it to stand it properly. So if I move other parts, it may affect the joints in the leg, and it will tend to rock backwards, causing it to fall down, which is mighty dumb. Other than that, the wings do not fit in properly due to some tolerance. So as you mean, this wing just keeps popping off its supposed location, while this wing is generally really fine on its own. So other than that, the proportions of this guy is pretty amazing. If you compare it to other Bumblebee figures from the Hasbro line, for example, the Deluxe class or the Hunt for the Decepticons, Battle Blades Bumblebee or Battle Blade Bumblebee, you'll notice that for those versions, either the top part of the arms are too skinny, or the bottom part of the arms are too big, in the case of the Battle Blades Bumblebee. But for this guy, it puts the whole aesthetic, the humanoid aesthetic of Bumblebee really nicely all together. So props on Takara Tomy and Hasbro for that. Other cool things are its gimmicks, but first and foremost, I'll talk about its posability. So real fast, the head actually can move. It's not on a ball joint, it's on a swivel joint that encompasses its whole neck. So it moves like so. You can move up and down, no ball joints, unfortunately. If you want to count articulation, these things can move. The arms, you can move forward like so, okay, and down like so. You can almost do a 360 because its wings block that path. You can swivel under the bicep. There is a double jointed one that goes side to side, and one which is in 90 degrees that goes up and down like so. And for the fists, you can actually move it there's a swivel joint or disc joint in there, and the fingers are articulated. There is no articulation for the thumb to move, to move it, like instead of going up and down like so, you can't move it straight, so you can't have like a good hand pose like so, which is kind of sad, but you can do a nice little pointy pose, point to the sky. Sky it's not the limit, you know what I mean? You gotta think, man. But yeah, it's sort of limited, but the included finger joints are pretty cool. There is a waist joint, which is not that common with Transformers figures or toys. There is also the swivel joint can swivel 360, of course, and ratchet joints for the thighs. You can move out like so. Yeah, not too much, like around 3 clicks. There's a swivel joint for the thighs like so, and there is a swivel joint for the knees, and not too much. There's a small side to side ankle rocker joint, and you can move a bit for the toes. So as you can see, this whole section here isn't really solid, so it doesn't stand as well as I like it to be. Other than this, in terms of gimmicks, you have the battle mask, which is integrated. What you do is you just push this face piece off upwards, and then pull this whole part down, and then clip it in, and the battle mask is done. You can't see the blue under the eyes, but I don't really matter. And for the next gimmick, it's the cannon like so, which you can split it open. Okay, and then what you have to do is, for the right arm, you have to unpack this part, fold the fist in like so, clip this part in. After, you have to close it first, and then there's a specific arrangement, so you have to feel it out. And once you get to the arrangement, normally you see the knob right here, and you just clip it in, and boom, you're done with your Buster Cannon, or rather Bumblebee's arm cannon. And there's a problem with the arm cannons. You can see the tolerances have strike again. The bad tolerances have strike again. As you can see, it does not clip in properly. There's a gap there, which is kind of stupid, but overall it's a really cool looking design. So if you want me to transform it back to its out mode, I can do a separate video for you all. I'll just leave it in the comments down below. I'll just leave my figure done like so, because it's going to be nearing the 20-minute limit mark. Really quickly designs. You can see the plate, it's the exact same plate, but I don't know if it's really accurate to the movie. Die-cast parts, the shins, the toes, the toes as well. There's a die-cast part in that connecting piece right there. Overall, my thoughts are, this figure is cool, but it has flaws. The highest, probably the best selling point of this figure is the die-cast parts, and the proportions, the overall proportions, the articulation as well, and the accuracy to the movie in terms of proportions as well. It's a really good looking figure. Right now the price is dropping, probably from 10,000 yen to 7,000 yen, and I'm probably looking forward to getting the masterpiece, the movie masterpiece Ironhide, which is going to be releasing. I've seen promotional pictures as well. So it's a really good looking figure, but it's not a perfect figure to pay $100 for, just because of all of these flaws in the legs. I got this for $75 in my local currency, just an FYI. So I'll just leave it here. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day. See ya.